The following video is a no damage completion of Resident Evil 1. Feel free to use any of the strategies, but listen to the detailed commentary before trying them on your own.
Biohazard.
Hello everybody, this is a no save no damage run of Resident Evil 1, playing as Jill. I'm using only the shotgun. So I'm just gonna skip the cutscene at the beginning. But right now there's another cutscene and I will try to explain some little things like what is this run? This run will be exactly any %, which means I'm gonna get the worst ending, the bad ending too.
Don't open that door.
And the bad ending too means that I won't save anyone. Literally I will just save Jill. So I won't fight the Tyrant at the heliport. That's the any % category. And shotgun only means that I'm going to use only the shotgun in the whole game. I'm not gonna use any other weapon, not even the knife. And of course no damage means do not take any kind of damage at any point in the game. So when the run starts and after this little cutscene with Barry, just go around the big dinner table. There will be another cutscene with Barry.
What? What is this?
What is it?
Blood. Jill, see if you can find any other clues. I'll be examining this. Hope this is not Chris's blood.
So after the cutscene, pick up the wooden emblem and then go to the first zombie encounter. So after the first zombie encounter, just rotate Jill and get out and Barry will take care of him.
What is it?
Watch out! It's a monster!
Let me take care of this. What is it?
Kenneth was killed too. Maybe by this creature. Anyway, let's report this to Wesker.
So unfortunately in Resident Evil 1 Classic, there's no way to skip the cutscenes, like the in-game cutscenes. The FMV cutscenes you can skip them,
Don't leave this hall for the
like the ones that has real life actors. So in order to trigger the other cutscene right there, it's just about to go to the specific part I went and then backwards.
Figure it out at all.
And Barry will trigger the cutscene.
Now it's Wesker's time to disappear. I don't know what's going on.
Well, it can't be helped.
Like, those are like little things you can have into your advantage to optimize a little the run. Because also this run will be not the fastest one of them all, of course. But it will be very fast. Like, I think it will be below 1 hour.
And Jill, here's a lockpick. It might be handy if you, the master of unlocking, take it with you.
Thanks. Maybe I'll need it.
Listen, if something happens, let's meet up in this hall. This time I'll be there.
Alright, so since this point the real game starts. What we want to do is go for the blue doors. Just keep going. The whole way of the dogs, just don't care about them, just keep running, then hug the wall with the windows and then go directly to the door. You should be fine, they will never be able to bite you. Like, the only way the dogs can bite you is when you stuck on their bodies, like when they body block you. And that will happen if you don't hack the wall with the windows. So in Resident Evil 1 Classic there's no way to like advance or trigger the cutscene, like force the cutscene of Barry. You just have to wait. In Resident Evil 1 Remake, on the other hand, you can like force the cutscene with Barry by examining the both doors, but in Resident Evil 1 Classic that doesn't happen. You just have to wait.
Is that you, Jill? What happened?
Barry, help me please. The door won't open. Quick!
Stay away from the That was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
You're right. Barry, thanks for saving my life. But Barry, didn't you say you're going back to the dining room to do some research? Why on earth are you here?
I just had something I wanted to check. Now, let's get back to searching for the lost captain and Chris, shall we?
Thank you, Barry.
Yeah.
Alright, so right now we have the shotgun. Thankfully with Jill it's very easy to pick up the shotgun at the beginning of the run. So for the first zombie right here, just shoot him in the legs. Like most of the time when you shoot them in the legs you will kill them. You can also decapitate them, of course, if you want. I just shoot him in the leg because in order to decapitate him I will have to wait a little more until he gets close to me. So it was just about being fast, not about being like consistent or something like that. Also kill this zombie or shoot him in the leg. I don't really recommend you to do what I'm doing, like shoot him in the leg. It's better if you just kill them, because sometimes one of them can still alive, or can keep alive, you know.
Jill.
And of course it will be just a waste of shot and shell.
No, but something's wrong with this house.
Whoa! This hall is dangerous. Maybe it's better to secure our escape route first. There must be a back door somewhere. Let's try to find it first, shall we?
Okay, let's separate again.
Just a moment. I found something.
What is it?
It's a weapon. It's really powerful, especially against living things. Better take it with you.
But how about you, Barry?
I have this.
Thank you. I'll take this then.
So I believe there's a way to avoid this cutscene with Barry, but I think you need to do like different stuff at the beginning of the run in order to avoid this cutscene. Of course I'm not gonna use those acid rounds, I'm just gonna leave them on an item box later. So start pushing the statue until the zombie body block you, then aim up and shoot, decapitate him. Always wait until he fully falls down and start bleeding in the floor, and then continue pushing, because for some reason when he's falling down the hitbox is still active, so it won't let you push the statue. So also right here I'm just like shoot them in the legs, but you can shoot them in the head, of course. Like I recommend you to shoot them in the legs. Sorry, to shoot them in the heads, not in the legs, because as I told you, maybe one will still alive if you don't do that. So right here leave the acid rounds. This dodge is very consistent. Well, it's not very consistent, it's 100% consistent as long as you hack the walls that I hack. Like there's no way the zombie can grab you, because the second zombie on the third camera change or second camera change will only active when you go to that specific camera change. He won't active before that. So it's not like he will be on another place. It's not in this game. It's not like that. He will always be there, and as long as you hack those walls, you should be fine. So we use the herbicide and pick up the first key of the mansion. And it's just about dodging enemies right here. So right here I'm just gonna go here, pick up shot and shells, because I'm gonna need them. And then I'm just gonna leave this room. So maybe you wonder why I'm playing in Japanese. It's only because of the speed. Resident Evil 1 Classic, like any other classic Resident Evil game, it depends on how fast you can scroll the text. And because Japanese has less text, it's the fastest one in this game. Resident Evil 1 Classic, there's no Chinese version, so the Japanese version is the fastest one. That's why you will always watch speedrunners playing in the Japanese version. So right there in the Itchy Tasty room, I kneecap the zombie from the closet, and as maybe you saw, he was still alive, and maybe he will grab my feet. So that was very, very dangerous. That's why you have to shoot him in the heads, not in the legs. I was flexing, and I was like, I think I was very bored, and I was doing this when I was doing this run. So that's why I was like trying to have some fun kneecapping the zombies, but yeah, don't do it again. I think I repeat this like 4 times already, but yeah, just shoot them in the heads. That's the best thing you can do. So after the little puzzle of the piano, picking up the golden emblem and then left the wooden one, you can leave. Like, Jill run is very fast because she doesn't have to use small keys or wait for Rebecca. Chris is like a little longer in the mansion because of those specific reasons. So once you activate the clock, do not pick up the key right there. It's not necessary. Go and pick up the blue gem. The main reason we don't pick up the key right now is because we will go for Richard, and that will force us to go back. So that will be the best way to pick up there the key, you know, and optimize the time a little. So I come to this room because there's shot and shells on this desk before going to Richard. And also be careful about that zombie, because he's literally on the camera change and can easily grab you if you are not careful enough.
Richard, what happened?
Oh, Jill, this house is dangerous. There are terrible demons. Ouch!
You're wounded. What kind of demon attacked you?
It was a huge snake, and also poisonous.
Poisonous? Richard, hold on.
There is serum. Oh no, I should have brought some with me.
No problem. I'll go and get it.
Thanks.
Alright, so because we need to go back, will be the best, like the perfect way to go and pick up the key when we go back for Richard. I'm just gonna backtrack on the second floor because I already killed all the zombies that are on my way. Like, you can go back on the first floor and then go back on the second floor. The order, it doesn't matter, it's literally the same. But I think it's a little faster going back from here, maybe, I don't know. So just pick up the serum and leap. The dodge for these zombies is the same. Hack this wall, then hack the wall with the windows, and you should be fine. So I'm just gonna kill this zombie right now because I want to enter to the tiger room and use the blue gem, because the blue gem will give me the first... oh my god, I forget the name about this thing. It's the moon crest, yeah. Yeah, no, this is the wine crest, it's not the moon one. And right now I can pick up the key. So it's just about optimizing the time. And then go back for Richard and it should be fine.
Here's the serum. Richard, hold on. I'll give you a shot now.
Jill, here's my radio. You should keep it. I'm...
No! Richard!
Jill, be careful.
Right, so first Yawn encounter. Also, it's very important to discard the key items when the game allows you to do it, because if you press no, for example, for that key, it will be on your inventory. So after the cutscene, just rotate to the left side, and when Yawn pass through the first column, start running and go directly for the moon crest. After you pick it up, stand up right on this place and wait for Yawn. Yawn cannot pass through above the wooden walls, so don't worry about it. You always have to go to this part in order to enter and try to catch you. So when he's entering, just start leaving. It's very consistent. You will feel like Yawn will body block you, and don't panic about that. Just keep running and get out. If you are very unlucky, you will be stuck and you will never be able to get out, and of course he will bite you. But it doesn't happen very often. So that's another reason you have to shotgun the zombies right there, because as you can see, that zombie was alive when I shoot him in the leg, so I wasn't able. I have to use another shotgun shell, so it was just a waste. So a little puzzle as always, and you pick up the last crest, and then you just have to leave and go for the courtyard. Oh no, there's another crest. Yeah. I lied to you. So first, do not use the first one that I tried. That was a mistake. You have to go in this order. Like the first one I tried to activate is the last one you have to activate, or not the last one, like the penultimate, you know, like one before the last one. If you don't activate the frames in the correct order, the crows will aggro to you, by the way. But I've heard that the crows doesn't inflict damage in this game, but I'm not sure. I never tested, I just heard about it. So there's a zombie right here, and I still decapping them. I don't know why, but anyway, that doesn't matter. If you don't kill that zombie, he will despawn after the courtyard section. So I go for the dodge for this dog, because it's better to dodge him than kill him, because with the shotgun you will use a lot of shotgun shells and not really worth it. So in order to dodge the dog, it's just about hugging the right side and go directly to the part you can put the crests, and then start spamming the button of the inventory and start putting the crests without wasting any time. Like if you waste a little of time, the dog will turn around and bite you, of course. And if you are very unlucky, he will bite you after you put the first or second crest, because he will immediately turn around. Also, I will go for the dodge right here. This is mainly because trying to kill the dogs from the door is a little risky and not very consistent. It's more consistent to kill them when we will backtrack to the mansion, because there's a way that maybe you saw my arrange mode videos. There's a specific place where you can easily kill them without having to worry about maybe they will bite you or not, you know. So the snakes right here also can attack you, so don't stop, just continue running and go directly to the elevator. For the dogs right here, I'm just gonna stand up right in this wall on this camera change and start shooting. Always wait for them and shoot. Wait until they fully stand up and shoot. Do not keep shooting when they are standing up because their hitbox is on the floor and you won't shoot them. And it's very likely that you will miss the shot, so always wait until the dogs fully stand up. And because they are on a direct line, you almost all the time kill the second one when you're killing the first one. Those dogs will disappear after you kill the plant 42, so don't worry about them. And start pushing this statue to cover the little hole on the floor. Right, so I'm just gonna enter direct to this room. I don't know why I did this first, to be honest. Because you can go for the red book, because the red book is on this room. But I think the order doesn't matter. There's one zombie right here, kill him. There are two zombies, sorry. I just decapitate them. And on this desk there is shot and shells too, so very helpful. Like, there's a lot of shot and shells in this game. So that's why this run is not like one of the most complex ones. Maybe you wonder that because you see like this only a shot and only run, but it's not like that because there's a lot of shot and shells, to be honest. I think it's even more consistent to do this run than the normal one using all the weapons, but I don't know, maybe I'm just wrong. So pick up the key and leap. So just more little puzzles, just start pushing both libraries, I think. I don't know how are they called. And then I start pushing the boxes, like it's about puzzles, not something you can, or something that you have to take care about. Like if you mess the puzzle, the only things you need to do is reset the room and the puzzle will be on its start position. Alright, so for Neptune, after the cutscene, just rotate to the left and go to the other door, because you will always be, like, you will always spawn on that specific door after the cutscene. So you just have to rotate to the left side and go direct to the door. And equip it in Shadow, and it's unnecessary. It's not like in this game you will run faster if you are not with Shadow. Maybe you will run a little faster if you are with a one-handed weapon, like the handgun or the knife, or without weapons, of course. In Resident Evil 3 Classic it works like that, but in this game I'm not really sure, to be honest. Maybe it works the same. Who knows? I never tested. So in this room there are two shot and shells, so very helpful. And also the key. That is necessary to continue with the game. And after you drain the water, Neptune is no longer an issue. Don't worry about them. Like, it looks like they can bite you or inflict you damage, but they can't. So don't worry. They can only inflict damage when they have water. So that's why you have to rotate and immediately enter to the door after the cutscene. So I'm just gonna check this desk, and yeah, there are shadow shells. I thought it would be an ink ribbon. I think with Chris there's an ink ribbon. Yeah, maybe in the North American version of this game there's an ink ribbon there too, because that's another difference between the Japanese and North American version. In the Japanese version, Jill doesn't need ink ribbons to save the game, but in the North American version she needs ink ribbons. So maybe in that desk, instead of shadow shells, there's an ink ribbon for Jill too. Alright, so you enter to the fight, aim, and shoot. The reason I'm pause cancelling after every shot is because of those little white spots. When you see those little white spots coming down from the ceiling, you have to go to the other side of the room. Go to this specific corner and then continue. And it's mainly because some of those little white spots will come with an acid attack from the Plant 42, but some others won't come, like that one for example. But you can take a chance to know which one will come with the acid or which one won't come with an acid. So just avoid all of them. Like every time you see white spots in the ceiling coming through the ceiling, just pause cancel and go to the other side. And that's the Plant 42. It's kinda complex to learn this strat, of course, it's not very simple. Like with the grenade launcher you just have to aim and shoot 3 times when you enter to this part. But it's more about being careful about the ceiling and also hugging the wall.
What the hell is this?
Because if you don't hug the wall, maybe one tentacle will attack you, and of course will inflict you damage. And also it's very important that you don't go to the door that has 2 doors, you know, like the big doors. Because sometimes when you are post cancelling, maybe you will leave the room, and if you leave the room before you kill the Plant 42, the Plant 42 will reset its HP, and you will have to start over again. And it will be just a waste of any amount of shadow shells that you use.
That was close. Thanks, Barry.
Don't mention it. What a monster. I can't believe... What the hell is this place anyway?
So we get the last key of the game right here, or at least the last key for the mansion. So I was saying before, I'm not really sure if having a only one-handed weapon, or one-hand weapon, excuse me, instead of having two-hand weapon, makes Jill or Chris run faster.
So you're safe.
In Resident Evil 3 Classic it works like that, but I'm not really sure for this game, to be honest.
Where on earth have you been? You disappeared from the hall all of a sudden.
I'm sorry, but I have my reasons. Perhaps you guys have met them? It was all I could do to protect myself against those strange creatures.
Is that right? Anyway, it's good to see you're safe.
Jill, our first priority is to get out of here.
Yes, you're right.
Now, there are a lot of rooms in that mansion that we can't get into because they're locked up. I have been looking around for clues.
Okay, I'll go to the other house and see if I can find any clues.
Will you do that? I'm counting on you.
Alright, so going back to the mansion, there are no really too many things to be worried about. It's not like we are going to kill the hunters, because almost every zombie in the mansion are replaced by hunters right now. But the best way to deal with them is not killing them, it's to just shoot them and run around them. But remember that we leave the 2 dogs alive in the courtyard, so we need to kill those, and I told you before that there's a very safe and more consistent way to kill them in the... like going back to the mansion instead of going out, like on the first way out, you know. So the safest and more consistent way is to stand up right in this corner, aim and shoot, and then rotate your aim into the entrance of this part, because the dogs will always go there. They cannot jump above those herbs. Like they must go from that entrance in order to attack you. So that's like the best way and the best place you can be to kill them. So for the first hunter, it's better to kill him because he will be annoying on the way out after we finish the last section of the mansion. So just start shooting him, like shoot him, wait like a second and a half, 2 seconds, and then shoot him again. Do not continue shooting, it's not necessary, because when he's in the floor, the hitbox is on the floor, and you need to aim down in order to inflict damage to him. So when he stand-ups, you shoot again. You don't have to worry about that hunter jumping, because that hunter never jumps, as long as you don't move at all after the cutscene. If you move a little, there's a possibility that he will jump, but if you don't move at all, he will never jump. And for this hunter, it's almost the same. As soon as you enter, you just start aiming, and when you watch the hunter's claw or any part of his body, you shoot and then repeat. Like, the worst thing can happen to you with hunters is that they jump, but if you follow the instructions that I gave you right now, they will not jump, so you don't have to worry about that. Jumping hunters are the worst in this game. Alright, so remember to reload your shotgun right here, it's very important. And thankfully with Jill, Yawn is a little weaker than with Chris, so it will take you less shotgun shells. What you have to do is aim and shoot, pause and unpause, aim and shoot, pause and unpause, aim and shoot, pause and unpause, aim and shoot. The main reason you pause and unpause after every shot is because when you do that, Jill will be on the idle animation, and when you re-aim again, Jill will always aim to the specific hitbox of Yawn, because Yawn will always start rotating to the left side of that camera. So if you like continue shooting without the pause cancel tech, you will miss the last shots.
I have a rope here.
Oh, do you?
But it's basically the same as Chris.
Wait.
It will only take you one less shot and shell, I guess.
Hey, what's going on?
Now I've done it.
So because this is any percent, it's not necessary to wait Barry unless you want like a very consistent way to get out of the mansion. You can wait for Barry. But if you wait for Barry, you need to let him die in the caves, otherwise you will get a good ending, not a bad ending, not the any percent. So of course I'm just gonna like not wait for him, and I will be locked to the any percent with some specific decisions in the caves. So decapitate that zombie, because there are shot and shells there. This zombie can be around the corner on the left side if you are very fast killing the first zombie, but most of the time he will be there. And if you are very slow, he will be like right on your face after you pick up the shotgun, like right on the camera change, and he will immediately grab you. So try to be a little faster. So for that zombie, as you can see, if you squeeze by him on his left side, you can just like push him and then go behind him. The main reason I do that is because if you try to shoot him without doing that, like in front of him, the shotgun always kinda push you forward a little when you aim. And the hitbox on that zombie is very nasty, and he can grab your feet if you are not careful enough. So that's why I just go, I squeeze around him and then start shoot him when I'm behind him, you know. So just pick up the battery and leave, because there are no shot and shells on that room. And we're gonna leave the mansion through the dining room. So for this zombie, aim up and rotate a little to the left side and then shoot. Do not aim up and shoot immediately. You have to rotate to the left side because the zombie will always go to the left side. If you try to just aim up and shoot without rotating to the left side, you will miss and maybe the zombie will grab you. Right, so this dodge take very close look at it, because it's very precise. The way you do that dodge for that hunter in order to make it 100% consistent is you have to run forward, and when you are about to arrive to the camera change, you have to start pressing the left D-pad button, and that will make Jill go to the right side on that camera change, and then just hack the right wall and leap. It's very precise, but it's 100% consistent if you do it correctly. So for that hunter, that's the strat that I told you before without killing them. You just shoot the hunter, pause and unpause, and then start running and go around him. Because you pause and unpause, Jill will be on the idle animation, and she will be able to run immediately without waiting for the aiming lower, like lowering the aiming. And because the hunter is on the floor, he needs to stand up before he can attack you, and you are already moving, so you have enough time to go around the hunter safely enough, like in the safest way, you know. But yeah, that's the last section of the mansion. It's not so complex, and to be honest, it's like I believe it's like safer, or like, yeah, it's safer than with all the weapons, to be honest. Like the shotgun is a very good weapon in this game, not gonna lie. Like, I believe like the shotgun is the worst weapon against maybe the bosses or maybe the dogs. It's not a really good weapon against those enemies. And of course the Chimeras, but the Chimeras, I never kill the Chimeras because the Chimeras are a pain in the ass, so it's not worth to kill them, it's just better to dodge them. Oh, never mind, there are no interaction with Barry if you don't wait for him. Yeah, this is Resident Evil 1 Classic. I'm confusing this. Yeah, if you don't wait for Barry to throw you the rope, there are no interaction with him in the caves. If you wait for him, there is an interaction with him in the caves, and depending on what you choose, it will depend if you are locked down for a good ending or bad ending.
Listen, the stars are going to be finished soon. Someone is a traitor. Everything was plotted from the start by Umbrella.
Enrico! Who killed him, I wonder?
So you pick up the bulb, and after you pick up this bulb, hunters will spawn here. This first hunter you can just rotate and hack the right side and leap. For this hunter, go to the camera change, aim, shoot, pause and unpause, and then start running and go directly to the door. And it's the same strat and the same rule as the hunter in the mansion that we did the same with him. Like shoot him, pause and unpause, and start run around him. It gives you enough time to just dodge them. But the first hunter in the caves, as you can see, just rotate Jill to the... Like press the left D-pad button, Jill will rotate to the right. And then start running while you hack the wall and leap. It's very consistent, the hunter will never be able to attack you if you are fast enough. So for that hunter, the dodge is like you have to start running, and when you arrive to the camera change, you have to start pressing the, I think it's the left D-pad button, I can't remember correctly to be honest. But you have to hack that specific wall, like the left wall on that camera, and you will always avoid that hunter, because the hunter will always attack you with his left arm. And for the Black Tiger, it's the same strat as I use in arrange mode. Because if you remember the arrange mode, major range mode videos, if you watch them, in the range mode the Black Tiger is very strong, so it's not worth to kill the Black Tiger. So what we do is just use the acid in our advantage, and the Black Tiger will destroy the spider web and we can leap. It's very specific, like the animations you have to learn about the Black Tiger. When she's about to speed acid and when she's not about to speed acid. And once you learn that, it will be very easy to use the acid on your advantage. And of course we use that in this run specifically because we cannot kill the Black Tiger with the shotgun. It's very... It's not safe at all, it's very risky. Because this is shotgun only. So right there I messed up the puzzle and it will take you more time, of course. So the laboratory, the last section of the game. I'm pretty sure there are not many things that change, like in a normal any percent run. Like you can completely kill the first zombie as well. It's not necessary to dodge him, it's very risky to be honest, so don't do that. Not necessary at all. So for the computer, in order to skip the intro of the computer, you just have to press the comfort button, like hold the comfort button, in this case the X on the PlayStation controller. So the login is John, the password is Ada, and the second password is Mole, M-O-L-E. The only room you have to open is B2F, not B3F. It's not necessary to open that one. That one is only for saving Chris. So we need to go back to the first floor. I think there's a zombie around the corner on the left side. Or that's only in... No, that's only in Remake, yeah. So go to this little cage. Press the button. The column, the pillar will move. And right here is the key of the laboratory. So in my previous videos, like in all my previous videos, except the grenade launcher only, I think, I always go for the other side and deal with the zombies. But I just realized that I can just deal with this zombie and that's all. There's no reason to go to the other side, to be honest. It's just a waste of ammunition. I enter right here because there are shotgun shells, not for anything else. Then I can leave. not necessary to kill the zombie, because once you end with the Chimera section, that zombie will disappear. So you just go directly to this computer, rotate and start getting out, and then hack the wall with the door. And like most of the time that Chimera will be rotating like on an idle animation. And if that Chimera, like that last Chimera, it's on the ceiling, you have to bait an auto attack, and you will see right now how to bait an auto attack from a Chimera. It's very simple, it's not so complex. The only thing you need to do is get close to the Chimera attacks, and then you go backwards, and then continue running. The Chimera will never immediately try a second auto attack after they do the first auto attack, so don't worry about that. You only have to bait one auto attack and that's it. But that's the Chimera section. I believe it's more complex, and he didn't explain it very well. I'm sorry for that.
I was looking for you.
Barry.
Jill, don't be angry. I wanted you to wait for me.
Barry, don't screw up again like you did when you dropped that rope. Wesker?
You did a fine job, Barry.
Just as I thought.
I think you should stay away from Barry, Jill. I hear that his wife and 2 daughters will be in danger if he doesn't do everything I tell him to.
You are so cruel.
Well, you don't have to worry about anything, because you'll be free from this world very soon, Jill.
Why do you have to destroy stars?
That's Umbrella's intention. This laboratory has been engaging in dangerous experiments, and recently an accident has occurred. Anyway, this disaster cannot be made public.
That's why having stars nosing about is so inconvenient. So you're a slave of Umbrella now, along with these virus monsters.
I think you misunderstand me, Jill. To me, the monsters you mention mean nothing. I'm going to burn all of them together with this entire laboratory. I must complete my mission as ordered by Umbrella. Barry, go up on the ground and wait there.
Barry!
Barry's such a fool. He'll be under the control of Umbrella forever.
How come both Umbrella and you can intimidate him by taking his family as hostages?
Umbrella? Well, I intimidated him, but it had nothing to do with Umbrella. I just used him for my personal purposes, though both you and Barry seem to think I was following orders from Umbrella.
So you're planning something else?
If you succeeded in developing the world's most powerful biological weapon, what would you do? What if you were in charge?
You must stop this now.
You're a brave girl. But if I were you, I wouldn't give up such a big discovery. You guys are idiots. No one understands its real value.
So you're going to steal all the research?
Better yet, I'm going to show you the Tyrant. Tyrant virus is a super virus, which creates a monster which is much stronger than human beings. Tyrant is the most powerful biological weapon in the world.
You don't mean you're experimenting on real people?
This is really beautiful. All this power will be mine.
For the sake of an awful creature?
Don't be upset. All weak people exist to be eaten. Don't come this way! No!
It can't control what it does.
So Wesker was penetrated. After that, you just rotate Jill a little to the left side, like start pressing the up and left tipped button. Then equip your shotgun, reload it, stand up right in this corner, and when you watch the Tyrant ass, start shooting. If you want to be very careful like I'm doing, just shoot one time, then shoot a second time, get space between you and the Tyrant, and continue the same thing. Sometimes the hitbox is very strange on this, like on this specific section that I'm stand up right now, and the one before that. So be mindful about that. Like the main goal for this fight is not getting not being greedy. Because if you are greedy and you start shooting 2 or 3 times, it's very possible that the Tyrant will be on your face once you stop shooting, and if you don't pause cancel, he will immediately attack you. So the best way is just like shooting him one time and then run, take space between you and the Tyrant, and then run again and repeat. Of course it will take you more time, but it's the safest way. And that's the Tyrant. And that's the last boss fight in this category in 90%. In 90% we don't fight the Tyrant at the heliport, so basically this is the end of the game. But there are some little things that we need to do right now. Dodging one Chimera and killing some zombies, so it's not over. Not yet. Alright, so there are 2 Chimeras right here. And thanks to one friend, I figured out that it's more consistent to dodge this Chimera. Just by doing that, hacking the right wall, and then once you are about to arrive to the Chimera, start going to the left side, and you will avoid the Chimera. That strat teach me a friend called Davey. If you're watching my video, thank you so much, brother.
Barry?
I'm really embarrassed to see you now.
And of course, for the last 2 zombies, just kill them with the shotgun. And the third one, it's very consistent to dodge him, so you can dodge the third zombie if you want. I'm sorry for talking on this sad cutscene.
This is my last wish. Please give this photo to my family. Will you?
Sure.
Forgive me, Jill.
But yeah, that's basically Resident Evil 1. Playing as Jill, using only the shotgun. The 80% category. Like the bad ending too, or the worst ending, however you want to call it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you like, hope you enjoy, hope you learn. If you like my content, consider subscribe and give a like to the video. If you have any questions, you can find me here in the comments below. You can find me on Twitch. I make these runs live on twitch.tv or Saurio. Or you can also find me in my Discord. If you have any questions, of course, just feel free to ask. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'm Ares, and I see you next time. Take care, everyone.